Hi there and welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm IceMan and tonight we have fight night. Why is it fight night? We're doing arena battles and we're going to get going. Let's get ready to rumble, shall we? So,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
at the moment we're doing the whole fusion for Brogni, and we've got the arena of tournament up again, so we're going to do a push on that. I've got a whole bunch of packs that need using in the next day or two, so we might as well get them used, get the arena points we can and not waste them basically. It's only Friday at the time of recording this, but so a number of days from reset, and I'm quite low in the thing. As you can see, I'd purposely drop my defense just to drop a bit, just to get some easy wins and try and farm medals, because I'm not too worried about pushing for plat. I doubt I could anyway. So for the moment we're going to put our normal defense back in, and yeah, we're going to hit the arena. I've already done one fight on this group, as you can see. So this is my sort of go-to standard team these days. It's a lockout team. So we got 3 locked out. Adam Ceres can still come at us and strip and stuff, so we are going to go for the other one, plus it's a big hit. Now we're going to go for the stun, and then we go for the kill. So that's fight number 1 down. I could auto fights, but I tend to find that, you know, I'm going to avoid this team. I think I might have even tried them and they quite frankly kicked my ass. But it's a rather sick team, you know. You've got, let's have a quick look at the power. Yeah, extremely high team power as well, much higher than mine. I mean, this one's quite a bit higher than mine, like 80k higher than mine or whatever. But we will give this one a shot. So again, obviously we start off with Hegemon, as you do with these teams. And we only got 1 lockout, which isn't great, and we didn't actually get the right lockout. I would have preferred Arbiter got locked out there so she couldn't speed boost and get everyone going. So okay, we'll do a revive, do a speed boost, do a stun, and hopefully freeze them all up. Arbiter seems to be high resistance, so we just have bad luck. Now Trunda could just take us all out, so we will actually try and take Trunda out. I know Arbiter will probably bring it back, although that won't happen now. Oh no, yeah, I think she's a really high resistance Arbiter. I managed to get the stun at least, but the lockouts don't seem to be landing. But that's the great thing with this team, you know, once we get rolling, it's just stun them, lock them out, stop them from doing what they want, turn meter reduction on Arbiter. I'm not saying it wins all the time, but it's a really good team to use. Now this team's almost as bad as that other one, but at least they don't have Necrot, so I'm going to give them a crack. And yeah, we'll still use this team. Obviously Astralon's somewhat of a counter to Duchess, which is really handy. Could have maybe done with bringing somebody in to strip the shield here. Alright, we'll try getting the lockout on everyone again. Right, Duchess is still not locked out. We'll do a big hit on her at least. Duchess, get her out. Let's take down speeds. Alright. Get the stuns out there. Let's get a pickup done. Now we are going to try and plough through this fairly fast because obviously we do not want it being a 3-hour long video, and we've got a lot of shards to, a lot of tokens to use. So, and it's just a question of getting Chris down. He's a very solid champion, obviously, but once he's on his own, he doesn't tend to do enough damage to stop you, except for rare circumstances. So that's the great thing about this team. The team power may not be that high, but I can easily go against teams with much higher power. Alright, so this worked out a bit better. We've locked out Arbiter, so she didn't get the speed boost off. Trunder's pretty fast on this team, mind you. Or just counter-attacked from the damage, I'm guessing. Alright, but we still haven't locked out Trunder, so we're going to go for the lockout ability with countless licks. And as you can see, it does a lot of damage. We'll go for a stun, keep him under control. Try and take out Arbiter, because obviously we don't want her doing anything, and that's that fight over with. We've got a couple of sort of walk me teams, but you know, we're going to do them anyway. I've actually got myself a Catraxer. I've not built her up yet. I'm not really a big fan of single target hitters. I am currently working on a Turvold, but I'm thinking of trying him out for Clan Boss. I'm not sure yet. Obviously I'll try him around in Arena a bit, see if I can have some fun with him. But it's more to mix things up and just, you know, have a bit of fun. Which is nice to do every now and then. It gets dull and boring if you're just always using the same team. Who did we lock out? So we've locked out Catraxer, we didn't lock out Arbiter. I swear she's got something that removes a buff straight away. Debuff straight away. I swear she was locked out. Or stunned. But either way, we'll get that out there again and try and lock out who we can. And that's everybody locked out or stunned. So we're not going to use that just yet. We will go for the single hit on Duchess, try and take her out, which we do. Now obviously our biggest worry is getting Arbiter down before this drops off. Not that it's really going to be that much of a worry at this point. You see, that's the magic with this team. Half the time other teams barely even get to hit me. Right, so what we got here? Okay. Rotos obviously went down in the meta an awful lot, but I still find him a really difficult champion to face sometimes. He may not be quite as strong as he used to be, but he still is a very strong champion. Well, it doesn't mean any good in this case. But I've had situations where I'm in a similar run and he'll nuke and absolutely kill, and when he chains moves together like that, he can just start tearing your team apart. Especially on this team, I don't have a hell of a lot of support. It's more... Well, I do, but I don't. I mean, no big shields, no block debuffs or any of that sort of stuff. So, first page down, obviously we left one team. But like I say, I'd already tried them and it didn't go well, so I don't want to waste the tokens and do it again. Not when we don't have to. I mean, it's nice to be able to say you can beat every team on a page, but let's face it, it's nicer to get value out of your tokens and get more medals. So there's nothing wrong with being smart and picking the right teams to fight. And like I say, I already had tried them once and failed. So I didn't see any reason to try again. Alright, so we locked out 2. So we'll go for Countess Lix and try and lock out everybody else. Valk's managed to get her stuff up. But we'll see if we can stun everybody and then the counter attack won't matter. Which we do. Decrease the duration. Work on that arbiter, take down some speeds. Mountain King, now he's a prime example of single target hitters that are actually very good, and this guy can just go ham on your team and he stays up the whole bloody time, and he's a real hard champion to kill, extremely tanky, but also does loads of damage, so he's perfect for a defensive team. It gives you a way to kill people whilst still giving you a load of sustainability. Or at least a hard to kill champ, even if he's not doing anything for the rest of your team. I don't actually have one, I would love to have one. Obviously we've got a double revive here, which we have to be careful of. Alright, a couple of stuns, but not everybody's locked out. Obviously we can't lock out a Surga. Let's try and take down turn meter a little bit, get Morley's health down a bit. Right, we'll do the AoE, see who we can kill. Cool, now Morley will be down, and now it's just work on the Mountain King. You see again, he's the last champion standing because he is so tanky. There's not a lot you can do against a team like this. Well, I have had one go completely ham on me and just start going smack, 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 killing people left, right and centre. Sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's the way they're built. Skull crowns, damn. I've actually got myself a skull crown. I haven't built her out yet, but I think I really need to. I mean, obviously this is my favourite team and I really enjoy it. But it might be nice to build up a blender comp. I've already got Sanacia fully maxed out and leveled out and all the rest of it, so and I don't really use them much these days, but it'd be nice to build out a blender comp. But I have to say, Skull Crown, I came across one the other day, hit like a truck, like none other I've ever come across. And absolutely was just demolishing my team no matter who I threw at her. I have to say she must have had some seriously good gear on her, being really well built, because she was taking it and just dishing out damage like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, like that. See now, I should have been paying attention. I thought I had that one. And let's see, what are we going to do to counter her? Could have somebody who removes debuffs. Go for a warlord just for the extra defense and try that first. Locking everybody else out. We've already got some nice shields up on ourselves, so let's just do the increase. Now we'll try and take that unkillable off. Take out the skull crown before she comes back at us. See, that is the real benefit of a skull crown, and when it works right, it can save you and win you the fight. That's not to say you can't come back at them and beat them. Especially if you just change up one champion, that makes you that little bit more survivable so you can take the hit. But that's why a lot of people love her. Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of people love her, for their arena defense, because she is just great that way. And that unkillable can really save you. There's many a time it won't, and I face skull crowns all the time. She's probably one of the main champions you see in the arena. And with Arbiter doing the strip at the right time, you just take it off, come at her, hit her, take her down before she can do anything. But occasionally you come across the timing's not right, or you missed out on the thing, or you didn't get the luck on taking down the thing, she resists it or whatever. Go back to our normal team. Martial art can be a real pain to fight. Okay, big and stunned, but let's try and lock him out. Stun everybody so they're not even hitting us with the ray ones. See, double revivers used to really be a pain for me, but that's the great thing with this team. Between the stuns and the lockouts and everything else, you've got time to kill the other reviver before they go and revive the other reviver, which is the problem you face with two revivers on a team. Even better than my old one, which basically used to be similar. It'd be Hegemon, Warlord, Arbiter, and then a varying DPS depending on who I'm fighting. Doom Screech. Don't see this chap in very often. Cool champ. Interesting choice though. I would have thought Seeker would be better here, since you've got attack based champ, attack based champ. I think maybe we don't have a Seeker and just wanted the turn meter boost and maybe the increased defense to just try and keep them alive a bit longer. Speed or lockout? Yeah, we'll go for the lockout and big hit. Now the stun will kill at least everybody. Yeah, I do love this team. It's fun to use. Works 90% of the time. Just make sure I'm using the right token up in the right order. Oh, it's got 8 hours left, so we'll use that one. See, again, this team can be quite good defensively. They don't have a lot of ways to kill is the main problem. Skull Crusher can hit pretty hard, but not hard enough really. And with this team, so we've locked out 2 of them. I'm now going to speed boost. I'm then going to lock out everybody else. And there you go. Now they can't do anything to me. I mean, that's not to say they can't hit me and whatnot, but you know, they just can't come back at me with any of their block damages or counter attacks and protection or any of that stuff. This is your classic speed farming team. A couple of nukers, speed leads into a speed boost, which is weird because they didn't seem all that fast, which kind of defeats the purpose of a team like this. And again, we use arbiters to get that unkillable off. And take the crown down before she takes us down. Again, you've got your sort of classic speedrun team. They're all right, but unless you are definitely fastest, they don't work best for defense. But effectively here you've got speed champ with a speed boost, another speed booster who also decreases turn meter, into your decreased defense, into your nuker. But because I'm fast enough, again, I keep control of the fight. Admittedly, if they'd been faster than me, I would have had trouble there. Not entirely, I would have just brought in Warlord and been able to survive a couple of hits and then got control again. Again, it depends how fast they are. Worst case scenario, I can always bring in a Valkyrie to, you know, interrupt them. Okay, so here we're going to swap in my Tormund fighter. Anybody who saw my recent guide on her will know who I'm on about. Dark Elhain herself, you know, go check out the guide over there. Brilliant champion, great against Tormund teams. Could be an interesting team. Older Skargi's quite cool. I'm actually using him on my spider team for HB burn. I've not been a big fan of him in the arena just because he's a bit on the weak side, as you saw there. We'll do lockout. That's not to say we always win against Tormund teams with her, but it does depend on how they're built and the champions around them. But she certainly makes it a lot easier than it otherwise would be, and a lot quicker. So we just cleared that screen and we're on to our next one. Raglan is a good backup here. She obviously can pick people up quite quickly on a 2-turn cooldown. And she's also an immunity set, so that's interesting and could give me some trouble. And I forgot to bring swap champions over, which could cost me. We'll try and freeze up everybody else. Seems to need some high resist there as well. Oof, no, I think we're in trouble. If we survive this, it'll be a miracle. Skull Crown's back up, great. I'm very low on health. There goes my reviver. Okay, yeah, that was a pain. And that's what happens when you go unprepared and don't look at what you're doing. But we will make a change there just to make things a bit easier for us. So we'll bring a Madam Ceres in, just to clear off that annoying block debuffs. Let's try and freeze up everybody else. Those. Oof. We didn't want that. This team's a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. And now they've all got blocked. Oh. I am going to beat this team. I'm determined to. Talking about not wasting medals, I really shouldn't, but you can see they've got a lot of synergy there. She's removing block debuffs. She's fucking got the immunity set on her, so we can't freeze her out straight at the outset, which is the smart thing to do. Skull Crown just nukes like a pain in the arse. What are we going to do then? What are we going to do? Right, he gives us some support. Trying to think who else I've got that can strip buffs. No, I can't really think right now, so we'll try with this team. It's not got as much damage, but with the extra survivability it's got, hopefully that'll just be enough. We need Warlord to go again, really. And we need to try and get rid of these two. Keep them under control. Because it's when they pick up that Skull Crown again that things are going to start becoming a problem again. To be fair, if I lose out on them this time, I think we'll just leave it at that. And we will bow down and admit defeat. I think is about to happen. Decreased defense. Yeah, they're just tearing us apart. It's a well-built team with good solid support, that's well planned. Just pick everybody up first, then boost. Try and knock them out, decrease the turn meters. Problem is we need this support, but we also need a bit more damage to take down their healers. There we go. We're finally getting control. RNG is definitely playing some part of it. Well, that was a longer fight than I was expecting, and harder. Just goes to show, do not underestimate the importance of putting immunity gear on champions in the arena, because for guys like me coming in who want to freeze you up, block you out, it can save your skin and keep you in the fight. Not that I should be telling people how to beat me. Alright, so we'll go back to our normal team here. Everyone's locked. Let's get everyone stunned. I still don't have a bad L. I would absolutely love to have one. Brilliant champ. To be fair, for me, I think the main champs I really want are actually mostly old school champs, really. Obviously, I wouldn't mind somebody like a Chris. Duchess, definitely. I would absolutely love a Duchess. Vizier. And Bad L, I think those are the main ones. Yeah, I think those are pretty much the main ones. They're not even void champs for the most, for any part there. So it's like, you know, but I keep really struggling to get those ones. Obviously, Vizier I want for my clan boss because he just makes it so much easier to keep debuffs up and can boost your damage immensely. Bad L can just boost your damage everywhere and give you masses of support. Oh, Dracomorph was the other one. I knew there was another one I really wanted. That's not to say I've not got a good champion, good roster of champions. I have. I've got a great roster of champions. Although on my main, I still don't have a Trunder and I still don't have a Foley. And both of those are two of the top nukers in the game, and I would absolutely love to have them. So anyway, let me know in the comments, who are the champions you've been chasing ever since you started playing and you've still not managed to get, that you'd absolutely just tear off your right arm to get? Or, you know, spend all your kids' college fund, you know, whatever it is you do. I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about that one. Yeah, right. So they kept their Arbiter up. She's in that set I can never remember the name of. I use it on like one or two champs here or there. Swift parry. I knew it'd come to me in the end. It always does eventually. Try and take Altan out purely because he's the one that can pick people up on this team. Now that Arbiter's down. Without him, you're against two people on their own that are only ever going to be two people on their own. And look at that for a synergy finish off.
Finish him!
Must admit, I was never very good at Mortal Kombat. I could never pull off those finisher moves. I'm definitely not dexterous enough. Somebody's trying this guy out. Yoshi, was it? Yeah, Yoshi. You can show how much interest I've taken in him since I got him. I've not actually built him up, to be fair. I mean, I've got him at like level 50, I think, maybe. And I tried to get all the fusion champions for the most part. The only one I never went for was Vergamcar. And that was because I think we had two really, really close together, and I was saving up for the Halloween fusion that was coming up right afterwards. Can't remember who that was now. Don't think it was as good as the previous years. Alright, actually let's take out the reviver. Or not. Okay. Okay, 7 minutes in. What I'll probably end up doing, because I think we are just going to do a massive run here, try and use as many of these as possible, is I'll probably split this into 2 videos. Because I'm sure nobody wants to sit there and watch like an hour and a half of arena battles in one go. Obviously, the higher I get up in gold, I do start facing some really sick teams with like Necrit the Great, lots of Duchesses and whatnot, at which point it becomes a real slog. It's not to say I can't beat those teams, although a number of times I can't, but it does mean every fight's an unknown. Whereas at this sort of area, this sort of level of gold 4, I can beat most teams, which makes it a lot easier to farm. Wouldn't mind, I never see teams like that with just one champion or 2 champions in gold 1 or 2 where my ult is currently stuck. I was actually in gold 4 until all of a sudden it got harder again, and everybody was saying it was harder and I wasn't noticing it initially for a week or 2, and then all of a sudden he dropped down to gold 3, then the following week it was down to gold 2, then got down to gold 1, and just even staying in that sort of area is really difficult to farm it up. And of course I'm now up to the Arbiter mission where I need to get to gold 4, which is a real pain in the arse. And as people keep saying, you know, you kind of need Arbiter to get there, and yet you can't get her without doing it, so it's kind of ridiculous. Personally, I think that it should be, you know, get to gold 1 is the Arbiter mission. If you can get to gold 1, you can unlock her, then she helps you progress to gold 4. But to actually say get to the top level of arena, platinum notwithstanding, which is limited to, you know, the top few hundred players in the game, it is kind of bonkers, really. As so many people have told Plarium lately, but they never listen to this stuff. Crikey, I mean, it was kind of a bit dull, a bit redundant, but I was just as happy when we had those bot teams that Plarium say we never had, but let's face it, we all know full well Arena was stupidly easier, and it wasn't down to matching or any of that crap. And if it was, change it back to the way it was then. You know, if there weren't no bot teams, there's no reason to change it. But whatever you change it back, please. It just meant that anybody can farm medals and progress in the game and feel like they're getting somewhere rather than being stuck behind a wall. People were actually able to move out of the bronzes and the like, which, you know, when it's like this they can't. And at the end of the day, if your players are frustrated and stuck and not able to increase their Great Hall, which, let's face it, is a huge part of this game, they'll just leave, they'll find a different game, they'll go play it. And you lose money and customers. You lose enough of that, you won't have a game anymore. And I'd be willing to bet this game makes them millions. If not billions. Alright, so in with our tournament team. Oh, they've got a skull crown as well. Damn. And she's pretty hard hitting. Oof. Come on. And what am I supposed to do there, you know? It's just hit, freeze, stuck. You just can't do a bloody thing and they kill you. I might be able to beat that one, but I'm not going to waste the medals to try. And in this case, where they've got the likes of Skull Crown with her unkillable and Razin able to strip buffs and take all your turn meter and freeze you out, plus Warlord able to freeze you out and knock you out, and Torment stopping you from doing stuff, it's not worth the hassle to try. Try once, by all means. And if you get a good RNG run, or the team's not built that well, and you know, you get through them, great. But you can see those teams where you might be able to beat them if you tried and wasted 10 medals just to do it, but is it worth it? I don't think so. I really don't think it's worth wasting 10 medals just to prove I can beat one team. Great, you built a great defence, they kicked my ass. Good on you, mate. I'm not going to shed a tear over it and get all hung up on it and waste all my medals just to beat one team. I'd rather farm the medals and increase my ability to play the game. Right, so we're nearly 45 minutes in. We're going to make this the last fight for this video, then we'll end it. I will actually probably do the next video straight afterwards, but you know, at least that way they'll be split up for you guys. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Obviously we've farmed all these medals, we've won most of our fights, not all, but with a bit of perseverance we got that one stubborn one. And you know, we've farmed up a good amount of medals. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It lets YouTube know it's a good video and more people should watch it. And you know, if you like my content, hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, and you'll get notified next time I release a video. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.